Hello, everyone. I'm going to be walking us through creating an ERTC amended filing, reporting to the wages that the client has got. Now we have to go amend the 2020 and probably the 2021 tax return. The vast majority of the work starts before you ever get to the tax return. So our example client is going to be Bluegrass Dental. That's Trent Nelson Bluegrass Dental. And we can see that if we go to the paid invoice referral tracker, we can go and access all of these yellow highlighted clients have been completed, and we will need to do our amended tax returns on them, and only the ones that are our clients. So we'll give you a list. But Bluegrass Dental has all the information. So what I need to do is I need to take all of this information right here, these totals from the original amount category. So I have 3 years right here for 2020. I need to create a spreadsheet and add these numbers up. For the sake of time, I've already got the spreadsheet handy, and these numbers, quarters 2, 3, and 4 of 2020, are all broken up, and it's very important that we go look at the original documents to see what the interest was. So in order to get the original documents, we need to not just rely on this number all by itself, but jump over into Onvio and go to CSB for Bluegrass Dental Business Consulting. Because the system is so big, we have to have a CS and then an initial. So if you have a client that has F, like Frank's Tires, it would be CSF Business Consulting. And then you would scroll down and find the appropriate business. We've pre-created the spreadsheet right here, but in 2020, you would spend a little effort and you would go back and you would look for the overpayment IRS notices, or you could use an image of the check, the payment received. Here's what we're looking for. In order to match that paid invoice tracker and the highlighted client that is ready, we see that the overpayment for quarter 2 of 2020 is $14,610.62. We looked at the credit interest is $297. So we need to separate that out. It is okay that the tax decrease and the tax increase, all of these lines are okay. We are only interested in separating out the interest. So that's what we've done on this form here. For easy reference, we've broken out the interest for each period. Then we go to year 2021 and we do the same thing. It's also important that we can see on the letter when the money was paid. We have to pay the interest in the year it was received. So in our example here, this interest was paid in the year 2022, and that has to be reported as income in the year 2022. This interest right here has to be added up and then put into the 2021 category. And so some of that was done for us already right here. So you guys are going to have to take a spreadsheet like this, and if you need to add a third quarter for 2021, so that would be the maximum anyone could get, is 3 quarters in 20 and then 3 quarters in 21. You might have to create your own category right here on a separate client, and then add up your interest for the year. So we're going to have to report this number right here, and we're going to have to report this number right here in various places. Then what I've done to help speed things along is I have taken the 2020 original wages, which is $172,000, and I've subtracted the $37,587 of total ERTC refunds, and this is our new number, $134,544. So after you've created the spreadsheet and tracked all of these numbers, you now have the bottom line that needs to be changed. We want to do a little safety check, and we want to go into Onvio, and we want to look up the actual Bluegrass client to make sure that something has not been done. So this one's tricky, Trent Nelson, Bluegrass Dental. And we're going to go all the way down to the 2020 tax return. We're going to go to the U.S. tax return. We're going to pull that up really quick and look at it. When we look at it, we're going to scroll down and we're going to see what the current reported wages are. We can see that the salary and wages are $172,132. Once we have that number, we're going to jump to the year 2020 UltraTax, and we're going to enter our client. So you guys should know how to file, open client, and do that. But if you don't know how to, it's file, open client, and then it jumps into a list. You find the client from the list and open it. So we can see that the wages down here of employee retention credit, $172,132, are the same as the original tax return. We've confirmed that this client, in fact, does need to be amended based on our research. So I need this number right here, 134 544. And I'm going to replace these wages right here. In fact, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me jump over to how we mark this as an amended filing. If you've never done an amended filing, you log into the tax return, and here's what I need you to do. I want to go ahead and close client. So when you go and you open this client, you're going to search for this client, and you're going to type in Bluegrass Dental. Here it is right here. We're going to open, and it's going to challenge you because this is a completed return. So we need to open the client for editing. And the reason we're opening the client, so let's open it and provide the reason. ERTC amended. And we're going to open the client, and we're going to immediately go to separate filings, and we are going to click this box right here, which means we're filing an amended tax return. And we have to explain the changes we're making, and we would like everyone to type the same thing: ERTC wages adjustment, the filings. So once you do that, you click this box and it carries it over on Kentucky. So it should prompt you to go to Kentucky from here. I've pre-filled some of the things out, and so you should see that this information was transferred. The black X on the first one means I manually did it, and the blue X means it was carried over. And we have to enter the exact same reason: ERTC wages adjustment filing. So now we go back to our U.S. filing, income and deductions. We see the 172, and this needs to be changed. This needs to be changed to 134, 544. 134, 544. And then we're done. No interest was reported in the year 2020 because none of the checks were received this year. So this is literally all that we have to do on this return. So we're going to print preview to make everything calculate. And as it's calculating, we want to go do a review of the changes that have been made. So this client, if I believe, had a loss. And now also here's another one. These Schedule L, this balance sheet, they're off balance, right? So we're gonna have to do this. We already got that. So we're gonna have to fix the balance sheets by 37,588, which is the difference. But before we do this, I want to, it's gonna be hard to do it on a split screen here, but I'd like to open my summary page, and we'll do a 2-year review. Okay, we'll make sure, we'll look at that and see where this went down. I already had less wages prior. Okay, total situation, other information loss. And let's see how it comes down right here, 2020. Good. All right. So let's go back to our main page here. I shouldn't have closed that out the way I just did. I closed UltraTax instead of the page I was on. It's a little mistake hiccup there. But we'll log right back into this client and get started where we left off. So let's just recent activity. We'll open Bluegrass again. I'm not going to restate the reason, but you guys will restate the reason. All right. I'm going to go back over here to Onvio as well. And we're going to look at our loss situation, ordinary business income, 24,783 of a loss. Okay. Assets don't change. That should still be good. All right. There's our ordinary business income. So we are showing some income now. And that's approximately the difference. We had a loss. Now we've got the gain of 12,000. Obviously, it's going to create a taxable event. That's the one I want to click right there. there. Okay. So that is done. Now we'll make some balance sheet adjustments right here. So then you need to go to the balance sheet and you need to resolve the out of balance categories by the 37,000 by the amount shown on the spreadsheet. So for the sake of time, we're going to skip that, but you would need to make that 37,588 adjustment on the balance sheet, bring it into balance. Once we are done and we've previewed, we can hit File, Close Client, and then I want you to hit Return Ready for Review. Hold on, I'm going to cancel that. Got a little trigger happy. Ready for review. You can leave a comment that said ERTC. Here we go. ERTC wages adjusted. And then we hit enter and done. And we know that this client is ready. A little bit of back and forth on this one is once this client is ready, obviously those gains are going to have to push into the year 2021. But when we go into the year 2021, so I'm going to close out of 20 for now, open up 21. We're going to go into the bluegrass ones. And so here's the trick, though. We have to get that final one reviewed first. Once it is reviewed and ready to go, the balance sheet is resolved, any other diagnostics are cleared, we will get that one prepped and we'll roll it forward to the next year. And then we will come into this year as well, and I'm just going to show you where it would go. So we're going to open Bluegrass Dental. Same thing right here. Open client for editing. Reasons. ERTC wages are amended. This is very simple as well. So going to our spreadsheet. Let's see. Let's review this real quick. We're not going to do that right now. Okay. So we're going to come in here and we're going to look and see that, hey, same issue right here. We got gross salaries and wages of 163. We can go back to Onvio and we can look at their 21 tax return. We will check the wages. 163,332. So we know that this has not been adjusted. We would then go to our original spreadsheet that we have here, this one right here, and we would find out that, oh, we need to make adjustments of that much. So you can create a little log right here. It says 2020 original wages, 2021 amended wages with the difference between the two, and then you know what to report in year 2021. Then you have this that you have to go report as interest income. So that's the difference. We have other income or interest income for a C Corp. So we have other income right here. You would go type in interest income. I want you guys to identify it as ERTC interest income. And then you're going to type the total amount. So let's peek at that total amount one more time. 812. Okay. And then we will go lower those wages. Right here, 163,332. So we'll come over here. 2021 original wages are right here, 163,332. And then 2021 amended wages are here. And then we can make this line right here equals this minus this, enter. And then we'll just make our lives easier and square that over. And of course, I got a train coming in the middle of my training video. And there you guys go. So that's going to be another reportable answer right there. So that's how we're going to do these here. Again, you might get another balance sheet issue. You might get another couple of diagnostics. You'll work to clear those out. 121,342. And then you'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and file close client for now. Mark it ready for review. Hit enter and done. And you guys will be ready to rock and roll. So we'll have an opportunity for you to answer any questions. Just get with us if you have questions.